Like this video to support. Join our YouTube family now and never miss out on epic content, entertainment, and surprises. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start. Spoiler alert.
It is New Year's Eve, somewhere in the early 1990s. 5 high school buddies are out on the town, documenting their night, having fun, and spending time together. They sneak into a hotel pool and start skinny dipping. 10 years later, we reconnect with one of those pals, Megan. She is 28 years old and has an advanced degree, yet she works as the sign girl for her father Ed's tax advisory business. Ed adores his daughter, but he is overly forgiving of her lack of ambition. She lives with her high school lover, Anthony, a rather good photographer. Megan gathers a little get-together in preparation for Allison's wedding. His nipples. The girls sit down to play a bridal shower game. Allison is furious by this, as well as Megan fiddling with the statue's nipples. Megan and Anthony attend Allison's wedding a few nights later. Megan tries not to chuckle at the newlyweds' awful wedding vows and even cornier dance routine. Later, music starts, prompting everyone to dance. Proposal to Megan. He just kneels before Megan panics. But Anthony assures her that he checked with Allison. Find Allison's mother. Megan does this and ends up catching her father outside having sex with Allison's mother, and she sticks her hand down her pants. Megan, terrified, runs back into the party and makes an excuse to leave. She flees to a supermarket parking lot, where she is approached by Annika, a teenage girl. She approaches Megan and offers to buy her and her pals join in to request coolers and wine. Megan buys everything for them. Belongings, then observes Annika's friend Patrick's skateboard. She preparing to depart, but the children want her to stay. They end up to consume all of the alcohol. Megan talks drunkenly to one of the youngsters group following the discomfort at the bridal shower party. Misty encourages her not to make this a sad talk because they notice Patrick is upset because his parents are breaking up and his father is being a jerk about it. Megan then approaches Annika, who is talking to her third friend Junior. After Junior departs, Annika informs Megan that her mother abandoned her and her father years ago. She gives Megan a disposable phone, and Megan realizes it's late and leaves. When Anthony returns home, he sees Megan and inquires as to what happened to her. She makes an excuse about how she drank too much, became unwell, and was forced to leave. He then brings up the kneeling and realizes she may not be ready for something so huge, so he recommends they travel to Vegas and elope. Megan agrees, but tells him to wait a week since she's going to a self-help program on Orcas Island. Anthony supports her and agrees to wait a little longer. The couple attends Allison's brunch. She is furious with Megan for departing early, as she missed the group photos and other activities. Megan sees her father and retreats to the restroom. Ed discovers her, and she informs him that she saw him the night before. Ed, embarrassed, tries to explain that he and Megan's mother had recently grown apart as a pair. Megan exits and rejoins Anthony to speak with Savannah. Baby's godparents, they accept. Savannah then says they want to call the kid will have that name. While driving away for her fictitious trip, Megan and pretend to be her mother for a parent-teacher conference, promising to pay her back. Megan does so, posing as Annika's mother. They meet with Annika's teacher, who believes Annika is not sufficiently focused on her future, but Megan says it is not necessary to make any major plans for her future just yet. Megan decides to take the week off because Annika owes her money. Annika brings her over to her home. They're watching a makeup tutorial, while Megan does Annika's eyes when her father Craig walks into the room. Annika says Megan is a new buddy, and they're going to the movies. The ladies truly attend a party. Annika is dismayed to see a girl leap on Junior. Megan goes off to hang out with the kids, listening to music and piercing one of the boys' ears. She discovers Annika reading a catalogue with her mother Bethany as a model. This, combined with what she saw with Junior, made Annika unhappy that night. Megan realizes she likes him and attempts to cheer her up. Megan sleeps over at Annika's house until Craig barges in again. He tells Megan to go downstairs so he may do a brief interview with her. Megan fabricates a scenario in which she is waiting for a new apartment, among other things. Craig believes she is fine, despite the fact that she is an adult hanging out with teenagers, and allows her to sleep in the guest room. Annika wants Megan to accompany her to see her mother. They drive to Bethany's house, where she appears unhappy to see Annika. She proceeds to make lemonade for her and Megan, but she takes her time in the kitchen. Megan approaches Bethany, who reveals that she wanted to be Annika's cool mom, but realized she couldn't, so she left. Megan informs her that all Annika wants is for Bethany to show interest in her daughter's life. Bethany enters the living room with Annika and presents her with some new underwear. When they leave, Annika invites Megan to join her and her friends at prom. Megan treats Annika to a chocochino and a muffin at the nearest coffee shop. When Allison spots Megan, Megan goes to talk to her, and Allison is none too pleased to find out that Megan lied, since Anthony said Megan was going on her trip. She also missed the birth of Savannah's baby, which they named Callisto since someone else named their kid Jupiter. Misty comes over at night for a sleepover. Megan heads downstairs to talk with Craig. He is anxious and in need of a drink. The two go to a bar and get wasted on shots. They end the night by making out and then sleeping together. Craig brews a cocktail the next morning to help him recover from his hangover. Megan enters into the kitchen and they begin kissing. Annika notices this. Later, when she, Megan and Misty wait for Patrick and Junior, Annika informs Megan that she witnessed her kissing her father. Megan apologizes, saying she didn't expect to fall for her father. The boys arrive, with Patrick driving and drinking orange juice. The group visits the mall to buy for prom attire. While the ladies try on their clothing, Annika searches Megan's handbag for gum and discovers Craig's engagement ring, engraved with the words A&M Forever, which Megan was unaware of. Annika is furious and tells Megan she is worse than her mother. Megan attempts to converse with Annika on the way home, but she seems unwilling to listen. Junior intervenes, but Megan cuts him off, making Annika further angrier. Patrick yells at them to stop squabbling while driving, and as he takes his eyes off the road, he crashes into a mailbox. He admits to Megan that he got intoxicated on the wine she brought for him. When the cops arrive, Megan accepts responsibility for Patrick's actions. She fails the breathalyzer test after drinking some gin with Craig earlier that day, and she is detained. Craig goes to get Megan out. Out of shame, she tells Craig that she is engaged, that she bought the kids wine, and that she brought Annika to see her mother. Craig leaves her, stung by the lies. Ed later goes to pick up Megan and says that infidelity was a dumb thing to do. Megan returns home, and Anthony is pleased to see her. Not long after, Misty appears at Megan's door, offering her prom ticket and asking her to attend. Megan and Anthony later travel to the airport for their elopement, where Megan experiences another bout of guilt. She tells Anthony that they can't be together and that their relationship, as well as her friendship with the girls, is over. Anthony is heartbroken and devastated. Megan attends prom, which is held on a boat. She discovers Annika sitting by herself, watching Junior dance with a girl. Megan encourages her to follow her gut and make her own decisions. Annika approaches Junior while he dances, and she interrupts to tell she likes him and wants to be his girlfriend. Junior says yes, and they begin dancing. Megan smiles at them before leaving. Megan returns to Annika's house to knock on the door and leave a wine box with a letter for Craig. He opens the door to discover that it is requesting another chance, with yes and no boxes to be checked off. Craig leaves the message and returns inside. Megan finds a spare key and attempts to enter until Craig opens the door again. She says she has fallen in love with him. He invites her inside, grabs the wine box, and closes the door.
Please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other videos if you watched this video all the way through. Cheers.